Hello, everybody. Welcome to YAN. I am your host, Ron. Today, we are back with The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3. I actually don't know what the episode's called. It's just on my screen. It is called Episode 3. If you saw my last video on Episode 2, Through the Valley, you know that halfway through the video, the power went out, and I lost all my sound in my video, so I tried to basically cut a little smorgasbord of the footage that I had with no sound, and then the rest of the video that I had with sound. Hopefully, and I'm praying this does not happen again, but thank you all so much that for the people who saw that video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I am excited to get back into one of my favorite games on the story. Speaking of favorite games, if you're new here and you haven't seen any of the trailer reactions, reviews, games, and all that stuff that we've done here, click the link for the subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing. Like this video, subscribe, comment if you want to. Let's have a discussion, a good, calm discussion. And also, you can watch me play The Last of Us Part 2 whenever I get the time for it. But there's like a ton of other previous streams on Your Average Stream of me playing The Last of Us Part 2 on Your Average Stream on this very same channel. I love this game so much, and I love this show. I think it's a great adaptation, despite what a lot of people on the internet say, because I'm not butthurt, but whatever. Yeah, let's lost my train of thought. The internet really just gets on my nerves. Like, I'm seeing all the comments about Bella Ramsey, and like, regardless of your feelings about them, like, you can we can't agree to disagree on things. It has to be my opinion or your opinion. And I'm sorry, like, if your opinion, and I do, this is the loosest way of saying opinion, because I don't think it's an opinion if you're bullying somebody based on their opinion, based on their appearance, sorry. But if your whole thing is Bella doesn't look like Ellie, and your constructive criticism is to demean them in a less than flattering way, that's not constructive criticism. That's not having an opinion. That's you being a dick, and you should do better. That's right. Do better. I'm calling y'all out. All right. Let's get into the reaction. I don't know if I want to watch this recap.
You're gonna die! You're all gonna fucking die!
Oh, also, I should probably add, thank you to the people in the comments that let me know that Danny Ramirez's character is in fact Manny. I was mixing Manny with Danny. I thought there's a character in the game named Danny, and for some reason I thought Danny was Jordan, who's another character that was in Abby's group, but he actually isn't in this version of the story. Jordan doesn't seem to be there. I wonder if Leah also shows up. But Danny Ramirez is playing Manny, which is like, okay. I was like, I had no idea. It completely went over my head in the last episode when she introduced them. And then when he said pendejo to Joel, I was like, wait. As I was editing, I was like, hang on a second. Also, I'm really glad that he didn't spit on him, because in the game he spits on him. And I was like, let's not do that. Anyway, let's get back to it. I wonder if this version of Tommy knows.
Give Sarah my love.
Oh. Joel's with Sarah now. The fact that Ellie didn't even register what that lady was saying to her just shows, like, all her mind has probably been seeing over and over again is just Abby killing Joel, and the manner in which she did it. And like, I don't understand how people can say Bella Ramsey is flat. Like, look at them. Like, the internet drives me crazy. I don't get it, man. Bella's awesome. Oh my gosh. If it goes to the title card and it's only one person instead of two, I'm gonna lose it. Or what if it switches from Joel and Ellie to like Ellie and Dina? I might be a little okay with that. Oh, it's... Oh. Oh my god, it's one! No! Ah, I was kidding! Oh my god, it's one! Joel's not there anymore. Joel's not Papa Joel! Oh my gosh. See guys, Joel may be dead, but life moves on. 3 months later.
Yeah, I would think so, but that's not wronging someone.
It's weird. No idea what he meant.
Oh, Gail, if only you knew. It's not that he saved her, man. It's what he sacrificed in order to save her. But I still, and it's crazy to me because when the first game came out back in 2013, it was a big debate whether or not Joel had done the right thing, and a lot of people were debating whether or not he should have done it, and whether they would have done it. And I think, the thing that a lot of people were really, really upset about was the fact that the game made you kill the doctor. Like, you had no choice. You either shot him, you could shoot the nurses as well. In this show they didn't, but you could also shoot the nurses in the game, but you had to kill the doctor. Even if you just walked up to him, he would come at you with like his scalpel and you would turn it back in his throat. Like, you had to kill the doctor. And a lot of people were upset about that. And a lot of people were upset because they felt like you should have had a choice in order to whether or not to kill the doctor or not. And I like that that's not the story that they're telling. You're not Joel. You're not Ellie. And the same problem that people had consisted in choices that you make in this game. A lot of people were upset that Ellie made certain choices or didn't make certain choices, but that's not the story that we're telling. It's not a player choice game. You are playing as Ellie and as Joel in part 1, but it's through a narrative that has already been established by Naughty Dog. Like, and I like that. I like the fact that this is a story, you're just all along for the ride. It's not like Infamous where your choices kind of do or don't determine the outcome of the story. You know what I mean? As much as I love Infamous, I like the fact that you're playing this story through these characters, but the journey's already been set. Like, you can make certain choices of how you dispatch enemies and stuff like that, but ultimately the story will always fundamentally remain the same. And I really, really appreciate that about this story, because sometimes in life you can't go back and make a different choice. These are, this is life. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. They're playing the song from from the beginning of part 2, and this was also played during the ending of season 1 as they were traveling to Jackson. The song's called Longing. I don't think I talked about this in episode 1, but they nailed Joel's house. Like, I walked around every inch of this as Ellie, and they nailed it. Like, oh, this was her room, I think. Man, stories like these, like, really make you think about death in the sense. And the thing I really appreciate about The Last of Us is while the death of a character plays a major part in the overarching story, the game isn't necessarily about who dies, it's about who's left behind to pick up those pieces. Like, Sarah's death fundamentally changed Joel, and now Joel's death is going to fundamentally change Ellie. And it's just these ripples of violence and how it expands in this just circle of accountability and death, really, and how we cope from that. Oh, she's gonna pull out the watch and the revolver. Oh, yes. I just want to give Bella a hug. She's acting the crap out of this show, and people are making fun of her online. You go, Bella.
I loved him too, you know.
You're like, oh, like I can't. I love this show so much, man. Like, we're getting so much more. It's such a good companion to the games. Like, because in the game, we don't even see Ellie in the hospital or her come out of it. We just see her talk to Tommy and try to convince him to go after Abby. And then we see Ellie leaving, flowers on Joel's grave, walking towards his house, and then trying to convince Maria to let her go. But in this, we're really seeing more of these characters that, in my opinion, are just extensions of, these characters in the game. Like, we never saw Dina's relationship with Joel. She talked of him in the games, but we never got to see their relationship, and now we got to see a little bit of it, and it was nice. And that's why I believe her when she says, I loved him too. But also just the pure fact that like okay, it really frustrates, I wasn't gonna go on this tangent, but it really frustrates me that people will defend Dina's casting, Isabella Merced, and say she's perfect as Dina, with the same arguments that are used against Bella Ramsey. Like, they don't seem to care that she doesn't look anything like Dina, but suddenly those rules don't apply to Bella Ramsey. And that just doesn't make any friggin' sense to me. Oh, but I figured out why. It's just because you're a piece of shit. Okay, moving on. So, like, what kind of cookies are those?
The other guy was Owen.
The girl with the dark hair and the bald one. One of them's named Nora. I'm not sure which.
The girl with the braid.
Abby.
Abby.
Oh, I got goosebumps. Are we about to see some... Oh, we're about to see some Seraphites. Hello, Scars. You bald-headed kooks.
Well?
Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hold the hell up. He's holding... Okay. That... She's... And him and Jay. And him... Oh, please. Oh, God. Please don't. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
That'll teach you to whistle.
Teach me to whistle. I don't know how to whistle.
Demons?
Wolves.
So, okay, so we got our first introduction to the Seraphites, or the Scars, and I really like how they've basically, I mean, you could see that as a scene as exposition, but also you're really getting a sense of how they operate, because they're going to be very predominant throughout maybe the rest of this season and into the next season as well. And we're getting kind of the idea that there was a prophet, someone who rescued a lot of people, and they took her teachings and basically made her this sort of idol that they look to in terms of their beliefs and their justification for whatever violence that they commit. But the Seraphites were a very very interesting group, and it doesn't surprise me when you have something like this. I mean, I'd argue the Seraphites are almost an even more extreme version of David, because David in the game wasn't a preacher, and yet this version is. And it doesn't surprise me that people kind of turned to religion when the apocalypse happens. Like, it doesn't surprise me at all. So I'm really glad that we're getting the Seraphites now.
Some of you have heard me say is not the easiest crop to grow, but it is among the fastest. You can plot a graph.
Ellie.
So that was Scott. Next is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Rachel!
They'll come back because we didn't make them pay. And when they come back, they'll be laughing. And you'll all deserve it.
Yo. Seth is spitting right now. And it's funny, it's really seeing like the one person Ellie did not expect to stick up for her is spitting some straight fire out of his lungs. But like, as a certain president says, I see both sides of the argument. And it's like you can't like kind of it'd be so easy to be like, what would you do if you were in their situation, Ellie's situation? Obviously I would want to go after Abby, but there are so many factors that you have to consider when, especially with a town that functions as Jackson does. It's an infrastructure like that is rare in an economy like this. Like, you have to kind of maintain it and you have to protect it. It's cool. I mean, I talked earlier about expanding characters. In the game, we never saw really much of Seth after, he gets knocked on his ass by Joel. We never, really saw Seth. But again, they're expanding these characters. They're giving more depth to them. We have to be getting more backstory, right? Because we still haven't seen Joel and Eugene. So let's see where that goes. Ah, crap. The Choice. Love this song. Gustavo, man, you're making my eyes bleed. In a good way, with tears. Love this song so much. It's my favorite song from the first game. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Coffee beans, because Joel liked coffee. Oh my gosh. Knowing like what I know about the end of the game, her leaving oh my gosh. Her leaving coffee beans for Joel. Oh, you don't know what he'd trade for coffee beans. Like, oh man, I'm gonna kill so many people for you, Joel. Like, I just realized Tommy didn't leave. Nice little montage with beautiful imagery.
He got jumped by this kid, maybe just a couple years older than me. And I came up behind him, raised my gun, and, yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't kill him, Ellie. You didn't kill him, though, Ellie. He killed him. Little bit of revisionist history there, or does she just not want to talk about Riley?
It's about New Year's Eve and, the kid.
I was wondering when we were going to get to this.
10.
No.
You kissed.
So for those of you who haven't played the game, this conversation happened a lot earlier, and they were a lot higher. But I am glad they're doing this. I was kind of worried that they weren't gonna have this conversation. What follows after, I don't know if they're gonna actually do that, but I guess we'll see.
Well, good night. Night.
I was thinking that conversation was gonna go a lot differently. They're really gonna slow burn us on our relationship. I saw them kiss in the trailer. Ooh. Ellie's first introduction to a scar. Don't split up. What the heck? Oh my gosh. They killed all of them. Yo, the wolves don't mess around, man.
Move up.
Yeah. The WLF are a little bigger than just a small troop. They're a whole ass militia. Oh boy. Ellie, you're gonna need a bigger gun. That's all I'm telling you. Whew. And that's the end of the episode, man. Wow. Wow, that was the end of the episode. Okay. So, decompressing time. I will say, in terms of this episode in comparison to the last episode, not a lot of stuff happened, but that's okay because really I feel like the madness of the last episode, we really just needed time to decompress. That being said, this is very much a we're on our way, you know, to get Abby, while also the militia force that Abby's with is very much a well packed squad of people that look like they're packing some serious heat. So it looks like Ellie and Dina are gonna have a little bit more work cut out for them if they're gonna be eliminating a few of them wolves there. While also we've seen, as I've called them, Seraphites, and basically we're seeing that these guys are ruthless. They killed a kid. That was probably the most shocking thing in the entire episode. I really thought the fact that our first introduction to the Seraphites is seeing them all slaughtered, and I feel like it sort of almost makes them more sympathetic in the sense, because they're a not clearly religious group, but they have certain beliefs in a prophet system, and then they were just gunned down completely. So I feel like there is going to be a level of sympathy towards them, but I know better. I know what else they're capable of. So I thought that was a really good episode. We're seeing more into Ellie and Dina's relationship as it further continues to blossom. I thought it would have happened already, but as it does in the game. But also, I'm also really shocked. And again, I'm sorry, guys, spoilers. But these events have technically already happened in the game already. So also, yeah, pick and choose. You can skip ahead if you want. But in the game, Tommy leaves. You know, he goes off on his own to hunt Abby, and Maria sends Ellie and Dina essentially to get Tommy, while Ellie has obviously other plans. The fact that they snuck out is going to lead to further complications, and I think Tommy's going to be the one to go after them, with the aid of probably Jesse, because I watched the trailer and I've played the games. So yeah, I'm super excited for next week. That was a really nice episode, but I want to know what you guys think. Please let us be kind in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching this episode with me. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe to YN, and I will see you all in the next trailer. Peace.